Wildside Tattoo and Piercing on Fairmont Avenue in Lakewood is ready to take your design today.
Take a ride on the wild side.
Or pick from over 100,000 designs. So stop by Wildside Tattoos on Fairmont Avenue in Lakewood and see designers Jerry or the returning Shane Anderson. Other artists and piercers are available. Walk-ins welcome, or for appointment, call 716-499-0464. Visit us online at wildsideny.com. Open Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. Tell them Butch sent you. Have Jerry show you the badass ink they're doing for me. Wildside Tattoos and Piercing.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Really Big Pet Snake Owner.
Mr. Really Big Pet Snake Owner.
No walks, no barking, no picking up poo. Just the remote chance it might strangle you.
Oh!
Sure, dogs are faithful companions, but can they swallow a sheep whole?
Totally awesome.
It's not as creepy as a tarantula, but you probably have one of those, too.
One big happy family.
And best of all, it doesn't hurt your social life to be known around town as the guy with the giant snake.
96 inches.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. Slither. We'd like to shake your hand. But first, put away your snake.
Put your snake
Bud Light
away.
Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Man, I love those commercials, man. And now they're so in the culture, they're so in my head, that I can't see an idiot doing something stupid without actually hearing that voice in my head, you know, real man of genius. Because it's like it does. It comes right to my head. Like the other day, I'm driving over here to the studio. Remember that? We saw that guy.
That guy with the tiny little lawn?
Yeah, with the little yard, right? And it was like he's got a 10-foot by 10-foot patch of grass out there. And he's got one of those grass seed spreaders, you know, where you put the strap around your neck and you crank the crank and it flings the grass seed. He's got one of those things on in this 10 by 10 patch of dirt. And I'm thinking, that is like overkill, right? I mean, come on. You could have tossed a handful of seeds out there for crying out loud. All I could think of was one of those commercials, you know? It'd be like, Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Strap-on Grass Seed Spreader Guy.
Mr. Strap-on Grass Seed Spreader Guy.
You won't let the size of your lawn keep you from the joy of using all things lawn care.
Gonna mow it with my rider.
Sure, you could have tossed a couple of handfuls of seeds out there in the lawn, but not if there's a tool that'll do it for you.
Wanna use my tool.
Oh, your neighbors are looking at you like you're crazy, and this is only step one. Wait till step two, fertilization.
I've gotta spread the dookie.
So ignore those looks from your neighbors and smile at the thought that you've given a whole new meaning to the word strap-on.
Strap it on and spread it.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, old Sultan of the Seed, and know that there's only 3 months of growing season left.
Mr. Strap-on Grass Seed Spreader Guy.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. I love saying that. That is our newest sponsor, Anheuser-Busch Budweiser. I love it because I am a Bud man. As a matter of fact, I actually have a question because I've been technically soaking in Budweiser for like 20 years. Does that make me Beechwood aged? I think it does. I'm clean. I'm crisp. I'm refreshing. That's me. That's the show. Clean, crisp, refreshing. Butch Lloyd Radio Roadshow. 1031. The Fox.
The 6 o'clock hour in Jamestown Warren. Wake up, mother.
Hey, do you think they know Happy Together?
Yes. Yes, that was awesome. Decidium in studio right here, Butch Lloyd Radio Roadshow. We are back from a break, and it is time for a word from our sponsor. Yes! Bud Light presents the Butch Lloyd Radio Roadshow. My favoriteest flavors right here. I'll get on that in a second. My favorite word in the English language, Bud Light.
It's 2 words.
It's one word, dude, like cold beer. Bud Light.
No, we've been doing this for 2 weeks. It's 2 words.
There's a swoosh in between them, too.
Dude, that is not that is a swallow of delicious icy cold goodness. That is not a separation. Cold beer, Bud Light, Butch Lloyd Radio Roadshow. Cool, crisp, refreshing. We're in studio right now with Decidium in studio. We're going to go from Decidium to an American Idol finalist only on the Butch Lloyd Radio Roadshow. Can you make that transition? That's right.
She's not a finalist though. She was in Celebrity Rehab.
Yes,
I mean, it's not like
yes.
a girl, but
That's why we saved Nikki for the Decidium episode.
she's doing well though.
I'm telling you,
She's
this
doing
is
really
the
well.
intro to American Idol.
We were actually spent the weekend down there, and she was like I said, she had the naughtiest, sexiest voice, didn't she? Oh my gosh,
Yeah, she did a great job.
she was it wowed me, wooed me. Me and Frank, we had big crushes. We have her here live on the Butch Lloyd Radio Roadshow right here. Nikki McGibbon coming up. Miss Nikki McGibbon. Look, this is the best because we waited all night for this interview. I have to tell you, the Butch Lloyd Radio Roadshow, I've been in the Poconos for the weekend hanging with the Idol finalists, and it's been so cool. And I got to say it out loud. Got a huge crush. I know she's married. Mr. McGibbon, relax. All right? You move me. You rock. You have a sweet voice. I actually listened to the playback a minute ago. We had a board
Really?
feed, and we were over listening to it.
Yeah.
And incredible. You sound
gosh.
great, honey. I am blown away, man.
I'm so excited. Like, it was so much fun, you know, but it's cool to be able to sing, like, the kind of rocker stuff that I like to sing, you know, and that I'm good at. Like, I think I have this naturally, like, raspy kind of quality to my voice, so it's cool to be able to sing stuff that I actually like.
You really, I mean, and we were talking about that very quality that you
Yeah.
were talking about is that what really moves me is, and for example, in Black Velvet, when
Yeah.
you're doing, I don't even know if that's the name of the song.
It is.
But gosh damn, it's like it comes out, it's smoky low and stuff, and there's all these funky highs in there. and
Right,
it's
yeah.
like,
It's
what a
crazy,
cool-
like very kind of rock and roll meets blues.
Right,
kind of
what a
thing
great
going on.
range
Yeah, it's
you
cool.
have. We
Oh,
were blown
thanks.
away in the room, and I thought, wow. And here's the thing: is I actually, I'm gonna be honest. I came thinking, okay, well, whatever, dude. Because my
Right?
producer's your
Yeah.
backup band, Joey.
Yeah.
And when we knew we were doing an American Idol final,
Right, and you're like,
and,
really? Like, how good can this show really be?
Well, I'm a huge fan of live local original.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of live local original. And when I meet some of you cats, and there's a handful every season who are just that. They're live local original cats who thought,
Right.
what the hell? Let
Yeah.
me give it let me
Yeah.
roll the dice.
May as well.
And it's like,
Yeah.
whatever. And they go do it, and what the hell? Somebody pulls the card, and you're off to LA, and you're in the mix of this
Yeah.
thing. And it's like, wow, what a cool happening for us.
Yeah,
And
it was
it's
totally
like,
crazy for me because, like, I didn't even want to audition for Idol.
Really?
Like, yeah. I looked it up for this little girl that wanted to know about it. And so I found it and got all the information. And, you know, I was like, baby, how old are you? She said 15. And I said, well, you got to be 16 to be on the show. And I thought, shit, man, like, I just spent hours of my day, like, looking this stuff up, renting it up, getting ready for it. I was like, I may as well just go do it my damn self, you know? So that's how I ended up on the show. And I just kept going and going and going. Like,
and
it was
you were on
ridiculous.
season 1, right?
Yeah.
Now, how many auditions locally did you go through in Dallas before you?
I think there were 4. I think there were 4 auditions. Yeah. I think there were 4 sets of auditions in Dallas before we got to Pasadena.
You did 4 sets of auditions
Yeah.
before. So, and I don't know how many of my listeners are aware, but you were on first season, and actually your homegirl won that year.
Yeah, Kelly.
Miss
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson, who was actually a waitress at the comedy club I was at.
Yeah.
And all those kids were rooting on her and stuff, but none of us had any idea how huge it really was.
Yeah, we didn't either, you know. Like, we had no clue until like, Kelly and I ended up at the Parks Mall in Arlington together. And, like, I got bum rushed as soon as I went in. And then, like, some kid screams at me, are all of you here? Are all of you here? And I was like, no, dude, it's just me. And he was like, you're a liar. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, Kelly Clarkson's over right there across, in that store over there. And I was like, shut up. So I had to go mess with her, So I walked up behind her and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Kelly Clarkson, like that. And she knew immediately when I did that stupid little voice at her who I was. And she kind of turned around. She had her hat like over her face. And she turned around and looked at me like, oh my God, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Right, because
Crazy.
it was all around you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
That fast, it was
Yeah.
all around you. This was your first time back in Dallas
Yeah.
after the show.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So now, since you left the show, and we were talking earlier, and you were telling me, since you left the show in the last 3 years, and then you left the show quite a while ago,
Yeah,
but
8 years.
8
so.
years, that's how many seasons?
I'm old.
Right? Honey, I got habits older than you. Good ones, too. The kind that sent you to rehab, honey.
Right?
Right? You said 3 years you've been with this new band.
Yeah.
You're with a new band, and you're doing originals. Like we heard some of them tonight, which was great. The One Dear Husband, new wedding tune. I'm there.
I totally think that it should be the next big thing as far as wedding tunes go, because there hasn't been a new one in so long. It's a great song too, but I don't mostly sing like slow kind of power ballad kind of things, like.
And that was
Most of my originals are, rock, pretty hard rock and stuff. So.
Which we can't wait to see, and we are going to see, because I'm going to be down in Dallas in very short time. I will be down in Dallas, and we are
it'd
going to
be
catch
great.
you guys. We are definitely going to catch you
Yeah, you
guys.
should totally let me know.
For sure, we will find out. But now, you guys has been 3 years, and are you guys starting to make a splash now?
Well, we just started gigging. It'll be a year next month, or this month actually. Now that it's September, that we've been gigging. Mm-hmm. So, the band is like Wicked Attraction. Now it's like a hometown name. Like everybody knows.
Dig that.
Everybody's like, oh, cool. It's Wicked Attraction. So everybody finally associates the band name with my name.
Dig
So
that.
for a long time it was like Nikki McGibbon will be here this Saturday, and I'm like, no, Wicked Attraction. Like it's not Nikki McGibbon, it's Wicked Attraction. Like we're a band. I'm not a solo artist.
And now Wicked Attraction has a name in Dallas.
Yeah.
And you
totally.
know, and we all know, really honestly, that is the step before it all happens.
Yeah,
When you
God, I
become,
hope so.
when you make it happen in a market, that's really all it takes, because they're all the same. Every market's the same.
Yeah.
If you can slam one market, you got them all.
Yeah.
man.
And
And
we
you
have-
guys have raised up there, right?
Yeah,
You're
well,
right
like
up there
we
with the rest
literally
of
have
'em.
no problems at all. When we go to, I think it took us like 5 months to get into a bar called Stumpy's, which is a big
I know
biker
this
bar.
biker
Yeah.
bar, yeah.
And it took us like 5 months to get in there, and we finally got in there. They were like, all right, we'll give you a shot. Like, I'm the one that pushes everything. So I'm like, all right, I want to get in. And they were like, okay, finally, we'll give you a shot. I think, we play like 45 minutes on and 15 off. So we do 4 sets that way, 4-hour shows.
That's right, Kelly's fuckers are like, no. 45, 15.
Yeah.
There's a
Go
freaking
have a
window there.
cigarette.
Yeah. And I think like at Stumpy's, Woody, the owner, like seriously, after the first set, like had like his general manager come grab me and like stood me in front of him, and he was like, "Sign my guitar. I love you. I want you to be the house band." Like we were,
That's
one set into a show. So
And that's what's so cool when there's actually more to it, when there's actually more to somebody. You get this opportunity, but if there's nothing else there,
Yeah,
bye-bye. If you
exactly.
got something, then the owner's pulling you aside and saying, "Sign my guitar."
Yeah,
baby.
it's really
There you
cool.
go.
Like it was really exciting that every show that we played so far has invited us back. And we've got a couple of shows we play. It's Stumpy's, Theo's, and Diamond Gems, and they're all like once a month. So we've got 3 gigs every month, no problem, no questions asked.
Dig
So it's
that,
nice.
which is and like I said before, it's like if you can lasso a market, then
Right.
you're on to anything, because every market, and especially Dallas Fort Worth, what a great huge market.
know.
And if you can be in there, I mean, that's
And they
Finney
just opened
Hall.
trees back up.
What a great
Yeah.
launch pad to start from.
Yeah.
And once you've done that, that's half the battle. And you
Yeah.
guys are halfway there, and this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We can't
they
wait
just
now.
Opened Trees. You remember Trees in Dallas? They closed it down for like 2 years, and they just opened it back up.
And you guys got a gig there?
And well, I've somebody that I'm doing a television show, and it's going to air on TXA 21 at midnight. like the Saturday coming into Halloween, you know. So
It's like a radio show. They buried us at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like my radio show.
Right.
I have the very same time slot, honey.